Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect and the 1/3. All right. Shalom to all you brothers declaring this truth on the highways and byways. All right. Declaring the return of our Lord and Savior, who is Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, who this world ignorantly calls Jesus. All right. And I just wanted to get into this lesson that I wrote down a couple days ago. Because since I'm a according to Esau's system, a single man, all right, I use a lot of my time to observe, married couples and observe women, all right? And one thing I've realized about these women today, they want to be wives. Let me rephrase that. These women today want to get married, but they don't want to be wives. Okay? And I got that title from the brother, I believe his name is Amawan Gabar, but I heard him say it in one of his lessons, and I just thought it would make a great title for a video. He said, these women want to be married, but don't want to be wives. And that's true, because they don't know what being a real wife consists of. All right. Now, I just had this that I wanted to bring up. It says, according to the Bible, a wife is a woman united in a covenant marriage with a man designed to be his helper, partner, and co-ruler over creation. All right. But the point is, it says, biblical roles of a wife include helper and partner. Okay? Created as a suitable helper, she works alongside her husband, providing support, companionship, and sharing dominion over their life responsibilities, submission, and respect. The Bible calls wives to submit to their husband's leadership, comparing this to the church's submission to Hamashiach. All right? And see, these women today, you tell a woman today how they're supposed to submit to their man's leadership or their husband's leadership, and right off the back, you're gonna hear them bucking up against it. Oh, ain't no man gonna tell me what to do. I'm an independent woman. I've been doing this myself. You know what I'm saying? Because they're clamorous women. Matter of fact, let me just get that. All right? These women, these days, Esau's gave them the liberty to be clamorous women. All right? This is Proverbs 9:13. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. Okay? And that's the state of most of these women today. Okay? They don't know how to just listen and follow their man's lead. All right? because Esau has tricked their minds into thinking that they're the ones that are the leaders. All right. And it's just not the case. All right. This is Proverbs 31:10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. All right. And a virtuous woman, what's a virtuous woman? A virtuous woman is a trustworthy, caring woman. All right. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She seeketh wool and flax, and worketh willingly with her hands. She is like the merchant's ships. She bringeth her food from afar. She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens. She considereth a field and buyeth it. With the fruit of her hands she planteth a vineyard. She girdeth her loins with strength, and strengtheneth her arms. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good, her candle goeth not out by night. She layeth her hands to the spindle, and her hands cold the distaff. She stretcheth out her hand to the poor, yea, she reacheth for her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gates, when he sitteth among the elders of the land. She maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchant. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. All right? And these women these days, they don't open their mouth with wisdom at all. Okay? They're straight off of emotions. All right? She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. Her children arise up and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. All right. And so hey, these women out here are the total opposite, you know. And my advice, in my personal opinion, this is the worst time to try to get married, you know. It's the worst time to try to get married. Okay. You know, and I've learned that sometimes I've learned that you know, I was one of those guys that always was attracted to, you know, a woman's beauty, you know, nice beautiful body, nice beautiful face, you know. But now I realized what's up under a lot of that beauty. All right? You take away the beauty and you realize there's nothing but a demon under there. All right? Matter of fact, I got, this is Sirach. This is Ecclesiasticus, better known as Sirach 9 and 8. Turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another's beauty. For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman. For herewith love is kindled as a fire. All right. And like it said, many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman. Okay. And that is true. Okay. That is true. You know, a lot of guys married a woman just because she was beautiful. Just because she had a beautiful body and her face was beautiful. All right. He decided to marry her, and now he's finding out that he's married to a wicked woman, and you know, he don't know what to do. Okay. This is Sirach 20. No, Salakia. This is Sirach 26 and 7. All right. An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that has hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. All right. And a lot of these guys, all right, are married to an evil wife. A lot of these guys, I realize a lot of guys get married not because they want to get married, but because the woman was pressuring them to marry her. All right. And that goes to the title of this lesson. All right. These women want to get married but don't want to be wives. All right. Because see, Esau's got this system set up to where a woman can marry a man and reap all his benefits, and then she can just leave that man and take half of what he's got, if not everything. All right. You know? So it says, an evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that has hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. A drunken woman and a gatherer abroad causes great anger, and she would not cover her own shame. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. All right? Hey, and you look at these women today, those eyelids that they wear, all right, that they think they look so good in, all right, when it just makes them all look like whores. Okay? Haughty whores. That's what they look like. Verse 10, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. All right? And these women, they want to be married. They want to get married, but they want to keep their liberty as an independent woman. All right? So they want to get married. All right? They have no problem taking that ring from the man, but they don't want to lose their independence either. All right? And that's their independence to go screw other men. Verse 11, all right? Watch over an impudent eye and marvel not if she trespass against thee. And that's why you can't, these women screw you over. You find out she's committing adultery, you shouldn't be surprised. All right, verse 12. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when she has found a fountain, and drink of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down, and open her quiver against every arrow. All right? And we know what quiver is, all right? When a woman opens her quiver, we know what that is, all right? So, that's where a woman gets, if you don't know, that's where, a man inserts his seed into the woman. But anyways, verse 13, the grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. And that's very true. Nobody wants a clamorous, nagging woman, okay? Nobody wants a nagging, loud wife. That's why I said the silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. All right? Verse 15, a shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and her continent mind cannot be valued. As the sun, when it arises in the high heavens, so is the beauty of a good wife in the ordering of her house. As the clear light is upon the holy candlestick, so is the beauty of the face in ripe age. As the golden pillars are upon the sockets of silver, so are the fair feet with a constant heart. Okay? My son, keep the flower of thine age sound, and give not thy strength to strangers. All right? I'm going to jump down to 22. This is Sirach. This is Ecclesiasticus 26 and 22. An harlot shall be accounted as spittle, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. Okay? A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. So you can't be a wicked man and then expect or think you're going to find a righteous woman. All right? But you're out here doing all this type of wickedness. All right? That's why it says a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. So as the elder Jeremiah always says, you got to ask yourself, are you a wicked man? All right? Continuing on, verse 24, a dishonest woman contempteth shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. A shameless woman will be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. All right? And a shamefaced woman is going to be walking with her head down. All right? You look at the average woman out here these days, especially the nigger woman, they walk with their chin up, the pride and the haughtiness, you could just see it in their looks, You can see it in them eyelids on their face, all right? Because Esau set his system up to where the woman could be proud, all right? Verse 26, and I'm going to end it right here. A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all, but she that dishonoreth him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all. All right? So, hey, and most of these women, they dishonor their husband, They dishonor him. All right? A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all. So, hopefully this was an edifying lesson. And, I really, truly hope it's edifying. And, like I said earlier, in my opinion, hey, this ain't the time to be trying to find a wife and get married. All right? If you got a wife that's, treating you good and, is willing to dwell with you, then that's a blessing, But I just don't think there's nothing wrong with dealing with women, but I'm just saying I don't think it's a time to be looking for a wife, because these women are just, they're not right. So hopefully this was an edifying lesson, and with that I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Rekakodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom.